So we learned already a lot about digitalization in daily life. So we control our heater via a smartphone app, for instance, or people wear individualized running shoes. So we profit again already a lot of digitalization, yes?
Well, for the daily life, of course, I get the idea, but how does this apply to process industries?
You just take a glass of water here.
Right.
What do you think, what kind of processes are behind to get clear water out of the tap and how to make them more efficient?
Let me guess, digitalization.
Bingo, you're great. So, of course, we're talking about individualized medicine or how to produce small batches in a more effective or more efficient way. So that is the topic here.
But how exactly do we contribute?
I would like to present it to you, but just take a seat and be amazed.
Have fun.
Thank you. So, when talking about digitalization in process industries, let's first have a closer look on the major challenges in the process industries. So here, the first thing, for instance, is a long time period from the product idea until the market launch. Another critical point is the commissioning phase. Any unexpected issues during the commissioning phase can completely make your plan, your time, and costs run out of plan. Yeah? Or, of course, downtimes. You need to avoid downtimes because they can be pretty expensive. And last but not least, the data transparency about the plant and the processes is very useful to make the plant more efficient. So our answer for these topics is from integrated engineering to integrated operation. That is a tool set, a complete tool set that helps you to shorten time to market firsthand, then of course also to make the plant more efficient and to optimize operations during the phase. Let me give you an example during the life cycle of a plant. So let's start with engineering phase. During engineering phase, we have a tool called Commerce, where all the major disciplines can be engineered on the same data hub. So from the process engineering to the electrical engineering, up to automation, everything. And they do it at the same time, or can do it, no matter where the company who does the engineering is located. Yeah? So different companies, different location, working on the same data hub. And if one of the disciplines changes one of the values, all other disciplines immediately have this value available. So that's clear. That gives an enormous time saving. So the processes, they don't have to be one after another, but they can be shortened to be more in parallel. So this saves you a lot of time. And in addition, it also enhances your data quality because there is no manual transfer from the data and manual input and so on. Same consistent data over the process. The next step is the process automation. As we have already a lot of data relevant for the process automation, we can directly transfer them into the process automation system. So just push the button, and half of the work of the automation engineer is already done. So again, a lot of time saving here. Now, all this engineering on one data hub brings us to the point that we have generated a digital twin of our plant. Yeah? So the digital twin is already existing, but our real plant is still under construction. Now we're ready with engineering. The next step is commissioning. But from here to commissioning, there might be several months. And this is also lost time. So let us take this time and use it in a smart way. First thing is, we make a 3D visualization of our digital plant. Yeah? So we take the data and transfer it here. So this helps us first to check if all the critical assets can be easily accessed. So if I have to do maintenance, is it really accessible to come to the pump or wherever? And also to use it to train my people already. So as soon as the plant is ready, the people can immediately start with the work because they are already trained. Yeah. The next thing is the virtual commissioning of the plant. Oops. That's okay. So we start with a simulation of all the automation functions. And as you know, during the engineering phase, there happen faults, errors. Yeah? Many errors can happen there. And the worst case is I detect these errors during the real commissioning of my plant. So here I can check all the functionality already virtually, if it does what it should do, and I have a lot of time to eliminate the errors that I have. So that's, again, time saving. And later on, when it comes to the real commissioning of the plant, then most of the errors are already done. It's much safer, no unexpected issues. It will run very smooth. Yeah? So that's a big benefit. Now, you might say, okay, that's nice if I have a new plant and I start engineering everything from the scratch. But what do I do if I have already a plant running? I don't have a digital twin to use it. So what do I then in this case? So here we have a good news. We can create a digital twin for brownfield plants also. We have a cooperation with a company, Bentley Systems, and together with their software tool Context Capture and our tool Commerce Walk Insight, we are able to create a digital twin and also to enter our plant virtually. How does it work? We just take photos of the plant. That means you can take a drone that runs over your plant and take a lot of pictures. You also can use your smartphone and walk through the plant and take the pictures. And these pictures will be moved in the software tool to a 3D model. They have the GPS data, they have all the pictures, they put it together to a 3D model of the plant. And this, together with our Walk Insight, can make it really possible to walk through the plant virtually. So this helps also for practical training, again, or if you plan the next modernization steps of your plant, to prepare it here already, to move through the plant virtually and see where is a modernization necessary. So now let's come to the operation phase also. Let's say our plant is running now for a certain time, and we have the first case of maintenance. Yeah? So we look at a pump. And this pump gives the data around the pump, energy consumption and flow and pressure and so on, directly to the PCS7 system. And this way I can do predictive maintenance. So I see the health of the pump. So before something happens, I know already, oh, the pump is will need some repair soon. So if it comes to repair, we can also make this much faster. For the operator gets the alarm, please check the pump. Yeah? The operator gives this message directly forward to the Comos MRO, that's the service tool, and he gets the information, okay, please check pump number ABC. Yeah? So with just another click, the service guy takes the data from the digital twin and he knows what kind of a pump is it, technical data, manual, instruction for maintenance, spare part lists, whatever's necessary, what he needs for his work. And imagine you have a plant that is about huge as, maybe some soccer fields, and you have about 500 pumps. Now, which one is my pump ABC that I have to check? Just a further click into Commerce Walk Insight, and you will be directly navigated to exact this pump. So within maybe 5 seconds, the service guy has all the information he needs to do his job. Yeah? So he can directly start on and do it. And what is more, he can also do it, have also access via mobile. So there's also Como's mobile solution where he gets all the information on his tablet when he's in the field. Everything's available. Now let's say we have changed the pump ABC into a pump XYZ. Yeah? And maybe we have done some other changes in the field. We've changed the sensor here, we have added some parts there. What happens? The documentation is not up to date. Or honestly, is your documentation in the plant up to date? I see some knocking. Usually it's not, because it's pretty expensive, yeah? To do all the changes in the field, also in the documentation. But there are some process industries who need to do it, especially pharmaceutical industry, food and beverage industry. They need to prove always with their documentation that they are up to date. So here our service guy, on his mobile, he gives directly the input, what he has done. I have changed the pump, and here is the new data. Okay, faster maintenance first. And with this, it's guaranteed that the digital twin is updated immediately. And that means that all the documents of the plant is up to date at once. So it's nearly no effort, no extra effort to update the document, and you have always the same status in your digital twin than your real plant is. So another fascinating tool in the operation phase is the topic to improve transparency about my plant. And there we have a nice tool called XHQ. XHQ is a software where I can display all my plant and process data, but also the business data, stock market data, purchasing data, whatever is relevant for you to make decisions. Yeah? And now you might say, okay, I have this data today also, but how often do you get an update? Maybe once a month or somehow. Yeah? Here you have the data in real time available. You create your own chart, get the real-time information, and can make quick decisions really based on facts and figures. So this tool set, what I just mentioned, is the part for integrated engineering to integrated operation. But to make it a complete digital plant itself, a digital enterprise, we need some more components, some more elements. First thing is the industrial communication. So to have all the data available, of course, I need the communication to bring the data from the field, from the devices, to where I need them, to the automation, to the management system, wherever. Second thing is the industrial security. I need to avoid cyber attacks, for instance, or also to control access, things like that. And last but not least, also digital services or industrial services to improve my operations, yeah? To control the valves and control all the assets, the critical assets. So all these elements all together give you the chance to create a real digital enterprise. And we will be happy to also show this you in live at our booth over there, booth number 80 and around. So don't hesitate to speak to me or my colleagues, and we will be happy to show you the live demonstration of all this. Thank you.
Petra Geis. Thank you very much, Petra.
Thank
you.
you.
Take the presenter. About boost productivity and